So Ark just revealed the top 10 creatures in the community vote for Ark Ascended on the map Ragnarök, and I'll be ranking them on a tier list. Before I start ranking the creatures, I set my tier list into 4 different categories. Non-interesting for creatures that I don't really have an interest at, either being in appearance or just that I don't think the creature doesn't really fit the map. Decent creatures that seem to be a bit more interesting but are not the ones I really want in the game. Good for creatures that may not be the highest on my list, but if they win the vote, I will definitely be down for them. And lastly, wanted are for the creatures I really want to be added in the game or I think suit really well on the map. Also, I will not be taking into account any abilities or any other suggestions the creatures have due to the fact that they are suggestions and may or may not actually be in the official game. Also, this video is just going to be highly just my opinion, so please do not get mad if any of your creatures that you would really like to be in the game are high on my list. This is just my opinion. I'll also be leaving a link down in the description for the voting if anyone hasn't voted yet. And with all that, let's get started to the ranking. The first creature I'm going to be ranking is the Boldia, and I'm going to put this under the decent category. Although a new heterosaur dinosaur would definitely be nice to be added in Ark, I just don't think the Boldia really fits Ragnarök that well compared to the other creatures, and compared to the other creatures, there's some more that seem a lot more interesting than it. The next creature I'm going to be ranking is the Dire Otter, and I'm going to put this creature under the not interested category. The reasoning to put it under the non-interesting category is that in my opinion, there's not too much appeal to me for the Dire Otter. It's pretty much due to the fact that the Dire Otter to me just feels like a bigger version of the otter, and that just doesn't seem too interesting for it to be added, and the fact that if it does get added, it just may look like a giant otter. However, if it does keep the aquatic design that the suggestion has it, then it'll be a bit more interesting, but as for now, I'm putting in the uninterested category. The next creature will be the Dreadnoughtus, and I'm going to put this creature under the good category. Even though Dreadnoughtus doesn't fit too well in Ragnarök compared to the other creatures in the top 10, I think its design alone and the fact that we do need new sauropods since there's really only 3 in Ark will be very nice to be added. The next creature is the Giant Bison, and I'm putting this under the wanted category. I think out of the top 10 creatures in here, the Giant Bison feels the most fitting for Ragnarök. It's also just a very cool looking creature, and I can definitely see a lot of unique things the devs can do if this creature gets added. The next creature is the Gigantoraptor, and I'm going to put this under the good category. I put under the good category due to the fact that I feel like this creature does fit well with Ragnarök, but it's still not something I really want, but I would definitely not mind if this creature ends up winning the vote. Its design is very nice looking, and also if they decide to keep the gender differences, which Ark really doesn't have that much in the game, it'll be a very nice touch to add for this creature. The next creature is the Gorgonops, and I'll be putting this creature under the good category. Although the Gorgonops doesn't fit too well with Ragnarök in my opinion, I think just this creature should win a vote at some point due to the fact how much it's been wanted and it almost even made it in the main game. Its design also made here looks really cool. I don't know if they'll keep that, I really hope. The mane definitely looks really nice on this creature. The next creature is the Majungasaurus, and I'll be putting it under the good category. I think the design of the Majungasaurus and it being more chameleon-like makes it very more interesting. Although I can see why people may not be too interested though in it since it's a theropod and there are a lot of theropod creatures in Ark, but I still think this creature is very unique enough for it to be in Ragnarök. Next creature is the Myrcinonyx, and I'm going to put this creature under the decent category. To me, I'm not very interested in new feline creatures added in Ark. I think there's some other creatures on this list that are way more interesting other than it being just a large cheetah. Although I can see where it can be in the Ragnarök map, however, I'm still putting it under in the decent category. The next creature is a Nothosaurus, and I'm going to put this under the wanted category. I think a new aquatic creature is definitely overdue in Ark, and I think that Nothosaurus is definitely a good choice for it. And his design looks really good too. Definitely a creature I would really like to see added in Ark. It also just fits in the Ragnarök map in my opinion, since it just looks really like a fantasy creature rather than a prehistoric creature. And I think that fits very well with Ragnarök. And the final creature is a Silvatherium, and I would put this creature under the good category. A new long neck mammal creature would be definitely nice to see added in Ark, and I can definitely see this creature fitting well with Ragnarök. It may not be my wanted, however I'll definitely be very down if this creature is added in the game. And that'll be it for my ranking for the 10 creatures in the community vote. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with my list, or if maybe you disagree, or anything else. And also let me know if there's any creatures that did not make in the top 10. I have one creature that I wanted to see added, but did not make it in the top 10. And that will wrap up for everything for today's video. If you like it, please hit a like, and if you're new to the channel, I will definitely appreciate a new. And that wrap up for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you're all new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. That'll be definitely appreciated. And if you like the video, leaving a like would be nice. And that'll be all for today. Peace out.